Section 1. A discovery in the desert. The year is 1922. In Egypt's Valley of the Kings, Howard Carter's team made a historic discovery. They uncovered steps leading to a sealed tomb. It was Tutankhamun's tomb, filled with treasures. Excitement spread, but whispers of a curse lingered. Chapter 2. What was found in Tutankhamun's tomb? Tutankhamun's tomb, unlike any other, was full of amazing riches and beauty. Over 5,000 objects, each one more beautiful than the last. Golden chariots shining with jewels, ready to carry the young king to the afterlife. And there, among all the riches, lay the pharaoh himself. The mask, a famous image of ancient Egypt, looked out peacefully. The ancient Egyptians believed that their pharaohs, after they died, became like messengers between the gods and humans. Their tombs were not just graves, but doors to the afterlife, carefully built to make sure the king's journey to eternity was safe. To bother a pharaoh's tomb was not just disrespectful, it was like asking for the gods to be angry. And written on the walls of Tutankhamun's tomb were words that scared those who read them. Death will come quickly to anyone who disturbs the pharaoh's peace. One inscription said, its message clear and frightening. These warnings, based on old beliefs, quickly caught the attention of a world fascinated by mystery and strange things. This was the beginning of one of the most famous legends of the 1900s. The Curse of Tutankhamun. What started as quiet talk in the desert soon became very loud, made stronger by strange events that caught everyone's attention. Chapter 3. Who was the first victim? The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb wouldn't have happened without the hard work and money of one man, George Herbert, the 5th Earl of Carnarvon. Lord Carnarvon, who loved ancient Egypt, had paid for Howard Carter's trips for years, sharing his dream of finding a royal tomb. Carnarvon was there when the sealed door was finally opened, very excited as he stepped into the first room. He was amazed by the treasures inside, looking at the wonders of a lost world. He didn't know that something bad was about to happen. Months after the tomb was opened, Lord Carnarvon was bitten by a mosquito on his cheek, something that seemed small in the hot Egyptian desert. But the bite got infected and quickly became very serious. Even though his doctors tried their best, the infection spread, causing blood poisoning and pneumonia. On April 5th, 1923, just a few months after entering Tutankhamun's tomb, Lord Carnarvon died. Finding Tutankhamun's tomb was a huge event, interesting people all over the world. But just months after the discovery, something sad happened. Lord Carnarvon, the man who paid for Howard Carter's trip, got sick and died. Carnarvon's death was blamed on something that seemed small. While in Egypt, he was bitten by a mosquito, something that happens a lot in the Nile Valley, but the bite got infected. Back then, even small infections could be deadly, and that's what happened to Carnarvon. The newspapers, wanting an exciting story, quickly focused on when he died. Could this be the pharaoh's curse, they wondered, claiming its first victim? The legend of Tutankhamun's curse started to grow, fueled by a mix of old superstitions and modern fears. The whispers of a curse spread very quickly, adding a scary element to the already amazing story of Tutankhamun's tomb. Was this really the anger of a disturbed pharaoh, or was it just a sad accident? Carnarvon's sudden death shocked everyone interested in archaeology and beyond. Was this a bad sign of things to come for those who had disturbed the pharaoh's sleep? The public, fascinated by the story, started to connect the old warnings with this modern tragedy. The inscription found in the tomb, "Death shall come on swift wings to those who disturb the peace of the pharaoh," became even more scary. It became a chilling reminder of what the ancient Egyptians believed, that their tombs were not just graves, but doors to the afterlife. The idea that a curse could last for thousands of years, punishing those who entered sacred ground, captured everyone's imagination. It touched on a basic fear of the unknown, a fear that everyone could understand. Carnarvon's death, whether from natural causes or something unseen, had started a lot of discussion. The legend of the pharaoh's curse was born, and it would only become more popular over time. Chapter 5. What other strange deaths followed? Section 1. A string of unfortunate events. A series of deaths made the legend of the curse stronger. George J. Gould visited the tomb and soon after died from a fever. Was this the pharaoh's revenge? Dr. Archibald Douglas Reed, who examined the mummy, died suddenly. People thought he was exposed to a deadly germ. Each death added to the story of the curse. The media printed dramatic stories strengthening the legend. These events were serious after such a discovery. The growing list of names was hard to ignore. Section 2. Whispers in the Shadows. The curse followed the team that found Tutankhamun's treasures. Even those not directly involved seemed affected. Richard Bethel, Carter's secretary, died suddenly in 1929. His father, Lord Westbury, died soon after. Many whispered it was the curse. These deaths made people believe in the curse. The public saw any bad luck as proof. The shadow of the curse was everywhere. The world was amazed but also scared. Chapter 6. Was Carter safe? Section 1. A Life Untouched. Howard Carter opened Tutankhamun's tomb and saw the pharaoh's body. He spent lots of time inside the tomb, touching artifacts. Surely if the curse was real, Carter would be its main target. Yet he seemed to live a lucky life, unaffected by the tragedies. Years passed and Carter continued his work seemingly safe. This apparent safety made some people doubt the curse. Was the curse just made up, a product of active imaginations? Carter's continued survival gave support to those who said the curse was just superstition. However, for others, Carter's survival didn't make them less afraid. Maybe they thought the curse was waiting for the right time to get revenge. Section 2, A Peaceful End. In 1939, 16 years after discovering Tutankhamun's tomb, Howard Carter died. He died in his London apartment from Hodgkin's disease, a type of cancer. He was 64 years old. Carter's death seemed to go against the story of the curse. It was a death explained by natural causes. For many, this was the end of the curse theory. Chapter 7. What do scientists say? Section 1. The mold factor. The deaths surrounding Tutankhamun's tomb, full of mystery and rumors of curses, have fascinated people for a century. Could there be a simpler explanation hidden inside the tomb itself? Scientists, always looking for practical answers, have explored a less exciting but maybe more likely explanation: mold. Deep inside the undisturbed tomb, sealed for thousands of years, a silent danger may have been growing in the dark. Aspergillus, a type of fungus found all over the world, can create spores that, when breathed in, can be very harmful. For people with weak immune systems or other health problems, Aspergillus can cause serious lung infections. The tomb, full of organic material and undisturbed for centuries, could have been the perfect place for this dangerous mold to grow. Those who went inside, breathing the tomb's old air, might have unknowingly exposed themselves to a hidden danger. Section 2. Biological warfare. Other tiny organisms sleeping in the tomb's depths could have also been involved. Bacteria, growing in the tomb's unique environment, may have been an invisible danger to those who entered. Imagine the tomb's sealed rooms as a time capsule, preserving not just treasures and artifacts, but also a tiny world frozen in time. These ancient microbes, unfamiliar to the human body's defenses, could have caused unexpected and deadly reactions. While the romantic idea of a pharaoh's curse is interesting, the truth might be less dramatic, but still fascinating. The tomb's environment itself, not some supernatural power, could be the answer to the mystery of the so-called curse. Through science, we can start to understand how a mix of biological factors acting over thousands of years may have created a dangerous situation, leading to the unfortunate deaths of those who entered the pharaoh's tomb. Chapter 8. The role of the media in creating the myth. News of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 spread quickly around the world. People, wanting stories of ancient wonders and hidden treasures, wanted to know everything about the excavation. Newspapers, wanting to make money from people's interest, focused on the mysterious deaths connected to the tomb's excavation. The warning on the tomb's entrance, promising punishment for those who disturbed the pharaoh, made for exciting news stories. With each death linked, even if loosely, to the tomb, the legend of the pharaoh's curse became stronger. The media, always looking for a good story, played a big part in creating a story of mystery and fear. What started as whispers of a curse, based on superstition and guesses, quickly became something everyone believed, thanks to the power of the press. The curse's appeal went beyond the news. Authors and filmmakers interested in the story used the legend in their work, making it even more popular. The idea of an angry pharaoh punishing those who disturbed his eternal sleep resonated with audiences, tapping into basic fears of the unknown and the consequences of disrespecting sacred things. Even today, the Curse of Tutankhamun is still interesting to people, showing how powerful a good story can be. The legend is like a warning, a reminder of what can happen when we want knowledge too much and believe in extraordinary things. While science may offer a simpler explanation for what happened around Tutankhamun's tomb, the legend of the curse continues, showing how powerful stories are and how fascinated we are with mysteries we don't understand. Chapter 9. How did ancient Egyptians view their tombs? Section 1. Sacred spaces. The ancient Egyptians believed strongly in the afterlife. For them, death wasn't the end, but a change to a place where the pharaoh would continue to rule forever. And the tomb, carefully built and filled with riches, was the door to this eternal life. These tombs weren't just graves, they were seen as holy places full of powerful spiritual energy. Inside those walls, the Egyptians believed the pharaoh's spirit, or Ka, would rejoin its body, becoming immortal like a god. To disturb a tomb, then, was to mess up this delicate balance, to break the connection between the physical and spiritual worlds. Section 2. Guardians of the Afterlife. Protecting these holy places was the job of many gods, fierce protectors ensuring the pharaoh's safe journey to the afterlife. Tomb walls showed these figures, warning anyone who dared to enter. These symbols showed the Egyptians' belief in magic and the supernatural. Writing a curse made it real, a sign of the gods' anger. Egyptians made traps and curses to stop tomb robbers. Chapter 10. Truth or Myth, the Curse of Tutankhamun. Section 1. The weight of evidence. The question of whether Tutankhamun's tomb was really cursed still fascinates and divides us. Modern studies suggest the tomb's sealed environment was full of dangerous mold and bacteria. These tiny organisms could have been harmful to those who went inside. The appeal of the curse remains, its hold on our imagination as strong as ever. Maybe the lasting power of the curse isn't whether it's true, but what it shows us about how we see the past. The story of Tutankhamun's tomb, a treasure hidden for thousands of years, speaks to our natural curiosity, our wish to discover the secrets of past times. But it's also a warning, a reminder to respect those who came before us. The curse, real or imagined, makes us think about what our actions can cause, to question the lines we cross in our search for knowledge. The story of Tutankhamun's curse, then, is more than just superstition. It becomes a symbol of our responsibility to protect the past, a reminder that some mysteries are better left alone. The true legacy of Tutankhamun may not be the shiny treasures in his tomb, but the lasting power of his story, a story that continues to challenge and fascinate us, urging us to approach the past with both curiosity and respect. Chapter 11. Outro. The story of Tutankhamun's tomb, with its whispers of curses and its undeniable mystery, reminds us how powerful the past can be. It shows us how important it is to treat ancient cultures with respect and care, knowing that our actions can have unexpected and lasting effects. As we continue to explore the mysteries of our world, let's do so with a careful appreciation for the balance between discovery and preservation.